What's up YouTube, it's your boy Lowpes and welcome back to another video. Today we're installing a carbon fiber intake from Armaspeed on the GR86. Let's get to it. Before we start off with the video and get into it, I just want to show you guys the new Chrome Edition Street Legacy stickers. Check that out. These things are absolutely awesome. It may look white. I'm trying to get there. You go. Now you can kind of get reflective. It's hard to tell on video, but this thing's absolutely sick. This is live on the website right now. Also, the big banners, I'll have limited edition Street Legacy Chrome banners also, so it's gonna look the exact same, but in the Chrome edition. If you do want that, send me a message. And then this is like the normal white one if it wants to focus in nicely. As you see, super clean. These are around like $3. The chrome ones are $7 because they're more expensive. These guys are $20, and if you want the chrome big slap ones, like the chrome banner ones like this, those are $30, and this is all Canadian dollars. If you guys want to purchase any Street Legacy gear and support the brand and support the cause, go to streetlegacy.ca and grab it. If you guys have been keeping up, you know I've used lowpesgarage.com for a little while. That is gone now, so if you try using that, they'll go to streetlegacy.ca. I've kind of rebranded and we're going to run with the Street Legacy, so I'm super excited for that. A lot of fun things. All right, enough of that. Let's get into the intake install. I'll show you what I have currently and we'll open the box and see what comes in there. This is how it's looking at the moment. Super stock, absolutely nothing done in the bay. So this is basically going to replace this right here. It's not a hard install. So what I'm going to do is remove this. I know how this feels, so I'm going to compare it to see if I feel any horsepower gains, any butt dyno gains, or even any throttle response gains. I know when I did the drop-in filter and the charcoal filter, I felt a bit of a throttle response change. We'll get into that a little further. Let's go open the box and see what comes in there. This is the box that comes in. Let me show you. That is the name. www.armaspeed.com. I'll link everything down below, product and everything also. Let's open up and see what this bad boy comes with. No, butter knife. Everything is bubbled up, and they even have their own tape. Oh shit, that is a absolutely dope hat. This is so sick. I actually might have to switch out right now. We have a package here. Wow, you guys are absolutely awesome. Look at this. This is an absolutely awesome jet tag. Very professional install guide. I don't think I need it. I am not the best mechanic, but I am not the worst. Super nice quality. Nice logo. I like how this is all built in, and they give you screws just in case. This is the carbon portion of the intake. Let's remove this. Super nice packaging. I give these guys a lot of credit. They did a really good job with this. Ooh, take a look at that, guys. This looks absolutely dope. Serial number in the back. Super nice. And here's the box itself. This is like the cold air box here that gives you the cold air effect. Pretty nice. Quality feels nice too. All your hardware and everything too that comes in here. Super cool. And then the filter itself. Ooh, that's super nice too with the intake filter. I like it that it's all black. Gives you the size, the logo at the top, and the bit of carbon fiber here also makes a really nice difference. Check that out. What do you guys think? I think this is going to look absolutely dope on the BRZ. The carbon is a nice touch. It's bringing some of the carbon accents I have on the outside of the car to the engine bay, and that is the plan, and to bring eventually into the interior also. All right, I'll give Armaspeed a lot of credit there. Everything looks fantastic, packaging, product, and everything so far. Now let's take apart the OEM box and get to this install. I'm super excited to see how it sounds, if it sounds any different. Luckily, I have old clips that I'm gonna insert, like I said before, so I think we'll be good there. But yeah, I don't know about you guys. I know this is one of the first intakes ever made. I think AEM or K&N might have one also. And I know a lot of you guys say, hey, intakes don't really do anything. If anything, you might lose power. I don't know. We'll find out. This is the whole discovery of the new gen, the new motor, and the new platform. I feel like I am Christopher Columbus. I am exploring these things, and once eventually tuning comes into effect, we'll really see if we make power or we lose power. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this. A few little things clamp. Your vacuum hose here, we have our sensor there, the main box, and a few bolts holding it in. I'll show you exactly what you guys have to do to take it out. We're going to start off with our map sensor here. Make sure to use the correct Phillips size. These do tend to round, so be very careful and use the correct size. So what we're going to do now is remove the map sensor. You just have to push down pretty hard and pull out. Be very careful not to touch the sensor itself. Keep this safe, put it aside, facing up, and don't lean it on anything. You do not want to dirty or damage the map sensor. Now we are going to take off this clamp. You can use a bigger Phillips screwdriver or a 10mm socket. So now you have to release 10mm bolts. Make sure to keep these aside. You will have to reuse them. I know my extension is big, but we'll need it for the next bolt. And this is why we have the extension. You're going to have to remove this bolt to release the intake box. This is the third bolt holding in the intake box. You should be able to remove it after this. Looks like you have to release this clip holding the map sensor plug. What you're gonna have to do is get clamps or needle nose pliers and just squeeze them and pop it out. And there we go. So this is all loose now. Now what we're gonna have to do is remove this vacuum hose and the clamp, and the whole intake system is completely off. What you're gonna do is remove this clamp holding the vacuum hose. Once you've released it, seat it above so you don't lose the clamp. And then what we're gonna have to do is remove the vacuum hose. The best thing to do is twist it and pull at the same time. Grab a flathead screwdriver and remove the clamp. Keep this clamp because we might have to reuse it for the new intake system. Just twist and pop off. So they provide you with these two new clamps. You'll have to reuse the third. We have these little screws that hold this box in. This is probably gonna be the most tedious part. We're gonna tackle the intake tubing first and then get to the filter and the filter box. This should be pretty easy, so let's see how it goes. Now we're gonna put the Armaspeed intake tubing on. Make sure you put the clamp on also and face it up so it's easily accessible to tighten down. Remove the plastic piece from this vacuum line here. The intake tubing has a built-in piece, so what we'll do is remove this and then put the tubing right on. To get this off, you're going to have to pull and twist at the same time. Grab the vacuum line and slip it over the Armaspeed intake tube. Use the OEM clamp and slip it over. Now we're going to tackle the intake box. We're going to slide the intake tubing through the box and use the original mounting positions. You're going to have to reuse the OEM clamp on the throttle body side. The two clamps they provide is going to be used on the carbon side of this filter and the intake tubing within the box. Be very careful when tightening down the clamps on this carbon piece here. It is prone to cracking, so just put it nice and snug. So now we're going to mount the box up to the original mounting points. We're going to use the 10 mils that we removed and reuse them. We're going to make sure that everything is flush and sitting properly. When tightening down the map sensor, hold down firmly and tighten a little bit of each side and go back and forth until it's a snug fit. Make sure to plug the map sensor. You do lose the bracket that holds in one of the clips, so make sure that the wire does not hit the belts because it does sit close. God damn, that had some nice intake vibes. What'd you guys think? So you hear that? Whoosh, whoosh. I'm telling you, we're not gonna hear the same once we put the box cover on and everything, unfortunately. But it's nice to hear. I wanted to film it for that scenario anyways. We could leave it open, but then you lose that cold air effect and it becomes almost like a short round where it heat soaks, and we don't want to heat soak. Say in a track car at the moment, it might be over winter. hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Let's put the filter box cover on top. Let's see how it looks. We'll basically start up, give it some revs again, and then we'll go for a drive. All right, so this is like my worst fear. I better not jinx myself, but so pretty much these are all going to go in the holes provided all around on the top of the cover, but this is very finicky stuff. This is a 3/32, 332, however you want to say it. And I am going to do one at a time. I'll do a time lapse on this. So what I'm going to do is just use an extension with the bit and hand tighten all of them first, just because I am so worried I'm going to drop it. Wish me luck. Just a quick piece of advice. What I would do is put the original screws on the MAF housing back on the OEM intake filter or the OEM intake system, just in case you need to go back to stock. You don't have to go find these. So just put them in and basically tuck them away. I'll be honest, I don't know if there's gonna be much of an intake difference noise, especially with the box on. Without the cover on it, it definitely sounded louder from what I can remember. With it on, it kind of sounds the same. And once again, once we're driving, it's probably gonna sound the same, especially because I have a Tomei exhaust, which is insanely loud. Let's get strapped up into the car. We'll go for a little drive. We'll do a little pull. It's kind of a bad time of day to do this, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But we'll basically clean it all up before we close it, and then we'll take one last look. But yeah, sick. I love the way it looks. It looks absolutely amazing, and I love the carbon fiber on it. That's my favorite part. I'm a carbon fiend addict. I don't know what you want to call it. I love carbon fiber.